What's up, guys? Chris with Croft CNC here. You guys are getting a unique look at where I'm at today. I'm actually at Christmas in Mifflinburg, um, putting on a show. Um, hopefully, uh, hopefully we'll get some people running around and everything, and go from there. But other than that, we are rocking and rolling, trying to keep everything moving and go from there. So, yeah. Yo, Ali, what's up, man? So this is, let me get my chauffeur to move. Yeah, can't get this to turn around. I'm actually going to you guys live from my phone. But this is my setup. Center of my Ford Flex. And, just getting stuff out and unloaded with my current situation. This will kind of kick my ass. But the cool part is I actually got a little room here that I can take a little nap and do what I got to do there. I got all my meds with me, but I wasn't going to miss a coffee and cuts just because I got a show. You know what I'm saying? Can't have that. But get all this stuff out and moving around, and it's kind of good. You guys will see how I kind of set up for a show and stuff like that. This is my showroom for today. Well, for this weekend. Like old rustic cabin style. It's pretty neat. I'm hoping that we get a good couple days of selling. Our governor is shutting us down Saturday. So I'm like, I didn't even know this was going on until this morning. They were like, yeah, we're still having it. You got to be careful doing this because when I bend over or when I change elevations, my blood pressure changes and that causes me to pass out. And I have a feeling if I pass out, they are going to call the ambulance for me, and I sure as hell don't want that. So let's see, we got some stuff coming in. We got John, good morning. Mike, good morning. Phil, that's awesome. Mike, where's the show at? I need to start looking around for places to show at. So my show is, they normally have a nice big show called Chris Kindle in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. And when they do that show, you get like thousands of people. this year they canceled it, and some of the community said, we don't really care if they cancel Chris Kindle. We're still going to have a Christmas bazaar. And so that's what they did. They all got together and they put together a Christmas bazaar. So now we'll have all this stuff going on. I don't know if it's a 2-day or 3-day. But like all of a sudden, my stuff started. We're going to sit here and relax a minute. My stuff started really popping. I got Etsy orders coming in out the wazoo. I've got people asking for custom pieces still. I actually shut off my custom pieces order. And people are still like, hey, can I get your parts? Can I get some of your parts? My mom and dad saw you at a show and they had your card, and they want you to do a sign for them, and I figure I'll buy it. And I was like, oh, okay. But we got all kinds of cool little things that we're doing. We're selling. We've got benches, woods, signage. This piece is this is a really cool piece. Check that out. So, nice, Phil. I didn't know you could put it on vacation mode, to be honest, sir. And now that I know that, I'll have to do it. But I am basically going to try and keep live doing coffee and cuts while I set up, and then I'll set up here with you guys, and you can see kind of how I run my store and stuff. And then you got to have your quintessential warm them up fluid. It's cold out there today. So, all right. Copperhead Mike says nice. Phil Johnson says sweet. And go under shop settings. Right on. We'll definitely do that. Thank you for the info. I can't wait for you guys to actually see some of this stuff. Like, this is a nice big, this is a common piece most guys starting out in plasma cutting cut. It's a file that's out there on the net all over. But I sell a lot of them. Phil, you have a good day too, sir. Now, I need somebody to explain to me how I can pack all this stuff into a Ford Flex and not one piece is bent up. But FedEx can't, or UPS and USPS can't deliver packages without folding them in half. Yes, Carlos, antifreeze. I don't understand. So here's something really cool, guys. I have these stands. They're throw together stands. They were actually, the template came from a tile display, and they're great for displaying your large format pieces and your um, large format pieces and your flags, like your metal flags, your stuff like that. So they're just like a throw together stepped piece. They flat pack. They're a 4-piece flat pack, and they operate really well. Pride. I like the double insured idea. Yeah, John, I'll definitely be going with that. From here on out, I'll be insuring it for double what it's worth. I hate the fact that I have to add on $5 more to the shipping cost just to make sure that somebody does their job. Like, that's pretty stupid. So, but it is what it is. We got to do it. This is a rough one. Sitting here holding a phone in one hand, and trying to move stuff around with the other. I got a pile of warm clothes, and apparently this door shuts. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully I'll be able to stay nice and warm. I've worked with enough idiots to realize they work all over the place, definitely infested in the Postal Service. Yeah, it definitely happens. Trying to see. I think all I got left are my heavy racks and my metal totes. And my display. So, but yeah, I do need a helmet mount. Funny you mentioned that. I have a helmet, so we can actually make that happen. And it just sucks that you guys are getting jostled around like this. I really didn't know this was happening today, or I would have planned better and downloaded my video to play through. I can't even play any music or intros or anything through this. So, excuse me, sir. But yeah, the StreamYard is good for desktops, not necessarily mobile. I'm really having a hard time today. My heart's thumping. Getting real dizzy. All right. Everything except for the heavy stuff is on there rocking and rolling. So now, time to go figure this out. This is what you guys are getting. We're going to sit right here for a second. All right.
You don't know whose Dodge truck is up there in the parking lot, do you?
I do not, sir. I'm unloading and I'll be out of here myself. Oh, yeah, this is what people go through to sell their wares at these places. And people don't understand, the general public doesn't understand how much goes into actually making this happen on a day in, day out basis. It's one of those, it's not as easy as just show up and sell stuff. You know, I set up my booth. I have kind of a format, but I set every show up differently. And that's just kind of how it goes. That's what we do. And then it doesn't help matters much with my issues. I get real lightheaded, and people want to help, but they really can't. We're gonna sit down, because if not, I'm gonna go out. Oh, so you guys get to see what goes into setting one of these up, because it ain't easy. You know, we've got all kinds of different setups like this. I originally was supposed to be out on the street and have a tent. And now we're inside, so I don't use my tent. So now I've got to find ways to set up my mounts and everything. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to tie off my racks so they don't tumble on people and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to block the windows and things. So really, I try and figure out best setup, and then look at it. And if I don't like it, I move it. And then the first couple people in, what I'll do is I'll actually ask them, "Hey, do you like this setup? Does it flow well?" Oh. You guys might see me pass out, and that's always a fun one. It'll only last like 10-15 seconds or so, but it's always fun. It's like when you used to do whippets and shit. Not that I ever did that. I wouldn't do that. All right, let's see here. Oh, shit. How? Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys. I've got it. The only problem is I can't change my videos. I can post my comment. Oh, I can change my lives. Okay. My cam. All right, we're learning StreamYard live broadcast. So what questions do you guys have for me? Don't be doing that. I've been coughing for months now. Ever since I got sick, I had COVID running through the plant at work. It's just hard to breathe anymore. Right on. Well, take care of yourself, John. William Delaney. William Delaney, aka Bubba. How you doing? And Copperhead Mike says, "Don't be doing it." Well, I don't really have control over it anymore. It used to be I had control over it. Now I don't. Now it's whatever happens. Happens. Whew. Yep, I'm gonna go out before I might end the live stream early just because it makes it difficult, slightly embarrassing. But I can't figure out remove from stream. See, I can't figure out how to change my camera. Ah, there we go. All right. Okay, guys. There, I changed my camera view. You can see this is the room that I've got. That's my setup. And now my hangers, I'll actually use this grating and I'll set that grating up against the walls and hang my stuff up. And I've got it, my setup usually takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to set up. So I'll probably put one set of grating right here, one set of grating right here, one of my tables here, maybe a table back there, and I might put a table right there. So we'll see what happens there. All right, settings, camera, front camera, done. Okay, dude, the StreamYard mobile is really cool. I'll be able to. I just thought about that. I'll be able to StreamYard. Dude, we're gonna do some StreamYards from the shop. Now that I know that I can do it, I'm gonna do some StreamYards from the shop for you guys. Let's see here. I'm gonna put you guys right here, and I'm gonna grab my racks real quick. There we go. Okay, so this is my rack setup. And I leave them connected. So these racks, they have these double connectors here, just a screw-in connector, and I leave them connected in five panel lengths. They're 2-foot panels, and it works out great because they're just tall enough that I can zip tie them to the bracing on a 10-foot pop-up tent. Okay, and then I can fold them accordion style and get loaded up quickly. So now let's see. Trying to figure out how I'm going to set myself up in here. There. Sorry about this, Skip. Just move that there, back there. Okay. Slide that forward. And move this one over. And now we'll start sliding this into place. So bring this one out a little. Slide that over. Slide that back in. There we go. So now I can have that whole setup, and then we'll close that door like such, and I can start hanging stuff here. Now I don't want to block this window because that's street walk storefront there. So we'll actually block this window and around. Now what I do whenever I set these up is I actually have $10 tablecloths from Walmart. I got black, I got red, I got white, I got silver, I got a bunch of different ones. And depending on what my background is, like today, I'll probably put red on the back wall. And what that'll allow me to do is if I have a piece like this, I put it up there, it kind of gets lost. I put that solid color behind it, and all of a sudden it starts popping. So that's a real easy way for you guys to set up and start selling your wares and start showing people like what you have in a good organized fashion. Now, I think what I'm going to do, we're going to move this stuff over here. And then I think what I'm going to do is set up my table. And what I usually put on my table are my best sellers, my different monograms that I do. And I do a ton of different monograms. I'm kind of known for that aspect of being able to take something and make it kind of yours. So I try to keep those at the forefront, and then I surround with a lot of my laser pictures, stuff like that. So I just use these simple fold-out tables. Pull that around. Now, don't make fun of me because I am doing this one-handed. Okay, that's locked in. Pull my legs. All right. Perfect. Okay. So now I'll have my selling table here, which is great because I'll put stuff in the window. I'll probably just put here because I think I'm going to block that window at least some. I might actually carry my fencing around like that and put a small table over there. So I'll have a small table over in this side. I'll have two fences lengths along here that way and then around. And then I'll have my table here. I think that might work out well. And then I got to sweep this because it's horrible. I might put my flag stands for my large stuff right over in front of that table. And since I have this table up against the wall, I just need to cover this open end and this front end. So I only need one tablecloth. Okay. Typically, if I'm doing a show and you can see behind the table, what I'll do is I'll take two tablecloths. I'll put a black tablecloth down, cover the back and the back side that you're not going to see. And then the side that the customer is going to see, I'll actually cover with a red or a silver tablecloth. I stay away from white most of the time, unless I'm doing like a bridal show. Just for the simple fact that rusty metal and white do not go together. And then now everything's going to start coming together pretty quick once I have this aspect figured out. Just for the simple fact that you're going to see a lot of stuff happen. And then one of the things that I do is I have all of my table products, like my tablecloths, my wire, cutters, my portfolio, business cards, any table accents, decorations. I have that stuff all in its own box. That way I can hurry up and get it, and I slide it underneath of the table so I can refill my cards. I can make new hooks if I have to, so on and so forth. I can do stuff pretty quick and on the fly. So that's pretty much that. You guys sit tight. I'm going to bring my other rack in, and I'll be right back. All right. Here we go, guys. All right. Now, some things that I have. I always bring a comfy chair. I bring a cooler. And I usually have an extension cord, a 12-volt power supply box with a Hot Wheels 72 amp hour battery, one of the large, like Hot Wheels type batteries. And I bring a power inverter, and that will allow me. I've ran my little laser and stuff like that off of it. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Let me set up here, and we'll go from there. So, you guys ask questions. I'll check periodically, but I got to get this set up. So. Okay. All right. So now I've got to figure out this is where this table is going to go. It's going to be about that far out. Okay. So that's about there. Yes. Eva, how are you? That's not.
We can't do
Oh, yep.
Here, virtual.
There you go. Hey, right on.
Good with this?
Yeah, this will work out great. I'm going live right now showing some guys how I set my booths up and stuff for business and whatnot. So we're good. I got a mask. I'm
Perfect.
gonna be ready to rock and roll.
I want you to look at the little store that I was talking to you about.
Okay.
Because we want to turn it into a permanent thing,
Okay,
and somebody like you would be great in it.
I'd love to.
Yeah, so it's 2 blocks down where the main
Okay.
drag is,
Okay,
diagonal. It's green. You'll see it.
okay, that sounds great. I'll take a look at it. All right, thank you. And whenever you stop back, I got some horse stuff in here.
I figured I'd do it.
Have a good one. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. See, guys, that's another thing is always be good to your hosts, because I started out this morning, I was going to have an outside spot. Now I've got an inside spot. I can actually have somebody bring me a heater, heat this up, and now I got a place where people can come in, get out of the cold. You know, I can have a hot chocolate dispenser or something like that because I have electricity in here. So I've just upped my game by being able to have this. And by doing that, I mean, that right there is a winner. So now I'm trying to think, do I want to block off this doorway here and have a big span of fencing here and then just have my entry table here and me sitting? You know, and that's something. This is all stuff that I have to work out in my head as I set up that I'm not quite sure of. So what I'll do is I'll take and I'll move everything away that I know is not going to go in certain places. So I know this isn't going there. I can't bend over like that. I'm going to pass out. Come on. All right. And so you guys can have an appreciation for how much actually goes into setting up for one of these shows now. Okay. All right. Entry table is going to go right in there. So as you walk in the door, here's the doorway. You're going to have an entry table there, and I'm going to be sitting right there. Now the question is, do I wrap this fencing around this way, block the door off, and then put my table there? The table staying there. The big question now is this fencing, wrap it around this wall or cover that doorway, because they said if I wanted to, I could bring more stuff and put in that room. So makes me look at least 5'8". I got my tall boots on today, man. I'm all right with being short. Okay, let's see here. All right. All right. I think what I'm going to do is stretch this fencing out and around, and I might have enough fencing that it's going to cover all the walls that I want to. now, there we go. I think it's going to work, guys. I think we're going to have fencing going all the way around unintentionally. So now we've got that set up. Move some of this around. You can see how you just kind of move things around until you get what you want out of it. Are all the examples bent so the customers can get an idea of what they'll look like when they're from UPS? Yeah, Andrew, we've had a hell of a time with our shipping provider. Post office and UPS are really dropping the ball. They have really made it difficult. Okay. We are moving and grooving. Andrew, I find it funny that I can transport this stuff in a Ford Flex all stacked up against each other and not one of them are bent. Perfection, sturdy. So now we've got that wall covered, back around there covered, and now we'll move this wall. We'll move this great wall into place. Okay. All right, that'll work out great. We'll put a little tarp up. What I'll do is I'll take my two large stands and I'll put those down at the bottom as bracing for this. Okay. And then that'll give me structure right there to get this up and keep it from flailing around. So Now we can mini cornhole boards. Set up a cornhole game in here. All right. So these just channel in like that and flat pack. It's almost time for some new ones. These are MDF and they got wet at a couple shows. And then we have a longer piece or a taller piece that slides in the back. And that's what that looks like. Now, I can zip tie to here, to the gating, and that'll pull it nice and tight, and that'll keep this whole wall together. And that's what we'll have. And then it's time to start populating the walls. That's not bad for sitting here talking to you guys, taking breaks and everything like that. I'm moving and grooving pretty good today. All right. So that's kind of where we're at with that part. We're gonna set up a little bench, mini cornhole boards. We'll set up another rack, another floor rack right here, and then we'll have that floor rack. I'll zip tie to it, and then I'll get my hanger, my covers over the back of it, and I'll start setting up my table here. And then it's time to start hanging and setting stuff. God damn. It's a rough day. You don't realize how much impact your balance and blood pressure have on your day until it starts affecting your day. Black textured tablecloth. And I like the textured tablecloths just because it adds a little flair. Let's do red. I like red. Give me a little space in the background. Okay. Now it's just a matter of organizing that part. Okay. That's good to go. Now you can see that table. I'll put my monograms and stuff on, and because they're powder coated black, they'll look a lot better. I have black and silver vein powder coating on a lot of my monograms because those are the two best selling colors. Okay. Okay. Next table set up. Okay. For the most part, that's covered, and that is good. So, all right, guys, you guys got about an hour worth of video. I'm gonna cut this off, and I gotta start loading stuff in and putting stuff in the truck and moving it. All right, later, guys.